Hi viewers, good morning. I am Mrs.S.Thazhai Pushpam, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce Computer Applications, the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women, Sivagasi. Never stop learning because life teaches to learn more and more. In this video, we are going to learn about the principles of sound lending. The main learning objective of this video is to know the principle of sound lending pattern and to identify the needs of the bank lending policies. Let us see, inverse funds to earn more income is essential for all the banking industries. Profit is the lifeblood of every business firm. Likewise, the banks are also profit oriented. A bank invests its funds in many ways to earn income. The bulk of the income is derived from loans and advances. The banks make loans and advances to business people against the security of some assets. In this case, the banks having risk of default in payment. Therefore, the banks have to follow a cautious policies and sound principles to lend. Traditionally, the banks have followed three cordial principles of lending, such as safety, liquidity, and profitability. But now they have shouldered an additional responsibility of fulfilling social obligations. So they observe both traditional and certain other principles like security, purposes of loan, source of repayment, and diversification of risk. Let us see the safety first. A bank usually receives funds from public as deposits. The depositors mainly concentrate on investing the money in safe and sound securities. Here, safety depends on security offered by the borrower and repaying capacity and willingness of the debtor to repay the loan with interest. So, the banker should ensure that the security offered are adequate and readily realizable in nature and check the integrity, good character and reputation of a borrower. Then liquidity. It refers to the ability of an asset that is easily convertible into cash without any loss within a short period of time. That is, to meet the demand of the depositors in time, the banker should keep its fund in liquid state. Sometimes many money are locked in long-term loans like land, building, plant and machinery. It cannot be received back in time and it is less liquid in nature. So the bank should confine us lending to short-term loans against some marketable securities. The next one is profitability. Already we discussed the banks run for profit. Even government-owned banks are also no exception in this case. The banks can earn profit to pay interest to the depositors and declare dividends to the shareholders to meet the establishment charges and other expenses and maintain reserve for bad debts and doubtful debts. So the profit is an essential consideration for a bank. So a banker should employ his funds in such a way that they will bring adequate return. The next one is security. Customers may offer different kinds of securities such as land, building, machinery, goods and raw materials to get advances. For the sake of safety, the securities are to be adequate and marketable one without any loss. It should be preferred by the bankers. The next one is purpose of loan. Before sanctioning a loan, a banker should inquire about the purposes for which he needed. Usually, the banker productive purposes is allowed by the bankers. Then only the repayment will be prompt. Loans to undesirable activities such as speculation, hoarding should be discouraged. The next one is sources of repayment. Before giving financial accommodation, a banker should consider the sources from which the customer is repaid should be noticed. If suppose the customers may apply for a loan for additional working capital for their business, they can repay out of their profits. But a banker should examine the repaying capacity of the customer with the help of audited account statements. The next one is diversification of risk. If an adverse change in the economy may affect the entire business, in such cases, the repayment will be highly difficult and the banker's situation become questionable. Therefore, the banker should maintain a wise policy of do not lay all the eggs in the same basket. That is, the banker must advise moderate sums to a large number of customers spread over a wide area belonging to different industries and different strata of society. Now, I conclude this. To steer the wheels of the economy, the banks must make loans and advances to the business community. Adoption of these principles greatly helps the banks in mitigating the risk in lending. So, the bank officials possess the quality of foresightedness, practical experience, and the capacity to make correct statements. Thank you for watching. For more modules, do visit www.sfrmlearning.org. Keep learning. Bye.